This middle path might be exactly what your brain has been looking for. Is your spice rack alphabetized, maybe even organized by cuisine? Or is your idea of cleaning your office swiping everything off of your desk into a box that you've affectionately named the abyss? Let's talk organizing personalities and why your sweet spot just might be Maicro Visden. Now, don't worry, I know it sounds weird, but it's about to make total sense. Most of us fall into a few organizing personalities, macro or micro, and visual or hidden. Each style reflects the way our brains naturally handle stuff, systems, processes, tasks. You get the picture. And knowing what type, it's a total game changer. Because when your organizing system matches your brain, it's easier to start, easier to maintain, and completely less overwhelming. But here's the plot twist. Even if you know what your organizing type naturally is, the sweet spot might just be something I call the macro Visden approach. So here's the deal. Trying to organize in a way that doesn't fit your natural organizing personality is kind of like writing with your non-dominant hand. I mean, you can do it, but why would you? When your space matches your brain, you're less overwhelmed, you're more likely to keep it up, and you actually like being in your space instead of feeling the need to rage clean once a week. So, whether you are Team Chaos or Captain Tidy, recognizing your organization personality is the first step in designing a system that's actually going to work for you. So, first up is the macro organizer. You beautiful agents of chaos. You are big picture thinkers. You organize in broad strokes, big bins, general categories, minimal fuss. If you're a macro organizer, you love zones, categories, and the glorious simplicity of a giant bin. Everything is craft supplies, cords, and my personal favorite, miscellaneous. You have a junk drawer, but let's be honest, it's likely a junk room. And your system is basically kitchen-ish stuff goes in the kitchen-ish area. So the pros are you're extremely flexible. You don't stress about perfection, and tidying up is incredibly fast. 5-minute cleanup, no problem. Just shove it all in a closet, a box, or if you're lucky, a designated bin. It's low maintenance and easy to use, especially with kids and roommates. However, you have definitely bought more than one item because you forgot that you owned it. And trying to find something is really what I like to call sort of an archaeological dig approach. Because basically, the macro system is just a collection of junk drawers in disguise. Sure, you know your sewing kit is somewhere in the hobbies bin, but it's buried under 14 skeins of yarn and a unfinished birdhouse and probably a lot of glitter. It's a black hole of good intentions that frequently needs reset to avoid clutter overload. Now, if you've been listening to this and your eye is twitching, you likely are a micro organizer. You live for details, dividers inside of drawers, subcategories within categories. Color coding and alphabetizing are your superpowers, and a place for everything and everything in its place is your motto. You label everything, including the label maker. And of course, you own a label maker, and if you don't, you desperately want one. So on the plus side, your space and systems are impressive. You can find anything faster than an F1 pit stop, and you never run out of anything because your inventory system would make Amazon jealous. It satisfies a deep primal need for control that a therapist might have a field day with. On the flip side, maintaining this system requires the free time of a retired billionaire, and you're constantly thinking about things that need to be organized. And if you live with someone else, forget it. You'll spend your life following them around, reminding them that the basil belongs in B, not under I for Italian seasonings. It can be exhausting. So if you've ever found yourself redoing a macro system because it was just too messy, or if you have completely abandoned a micro system because you just couldn't keep it up, I would like to introduce you to macro organization. So basically, this is as if macro organizing and micro organizing had a lovely baby who believes in some structure, but doesn't require a spreadsheet for their socks. It's the Goldilocks of organizing. Not too rigid, not too vague, just right. This middle path might be exactly what your brain has been looking for. Macro organization utilizes broad categories with just enough organization in subcategories to give you the structure you need without the obsessive maintenance and the ease you crave without the constant treasure hunting. It gives you permission to let go of the all or nothing mindset. Your bins will exist, but they'll be labeled and will have some method to the madness inside. You can have your drawer dividers, but you won't need a color coding key. It's efficiency without the insanity. Kind of genius. All right, so now that we've untangled that mess, let's talk about how you see your stuff. Like literally. This brings us to our next duel, visual versus hidden organization. Because apparently we have more organization drama than a TV reality show. Ah, the visual organizer. You need to see your stuff to remember it exists. You're the ones with open shelving, pegboards, and hooks everywhere. If it's not in a clear container, it might as well be in another dimension. Your entire life is on display, like a carefully curated, but sometimes cluttered, museum of your belongings. So on the plus side, you actually use what you own because you can see that you have it. Your space looks curated and intentional, and you never forget about that expensive face cream hiding in the back of a drawer. And if you're aesthetically gifted, it can look amazing as much of your storage doubles as decor. On the flip side, however, that decor can look like chaos very quickly. It requires constant upkeep to not look cluttered. One messy pile, one out of place item, and all of a sudden your space looks like a flea market exploded. Now, if you can't handle the visual pressure, chances are you're a hidden organizer. Your philosophy is out of sight, peace of mind. You love clean surfaces, solid doors, opaque bins, and everything tucked away. On the surface, your home is a serene, minimalist paradise where you maybe pretend that you don't own 14 throw blankets. On the plus side, your space looks clean and uncluttered. Cleaning is easier, and you have a sense of calm as you're not constantly looking at visual clutter. However, you likely have total chaos behind closet doors, and you absolutely will forget what you own. You often buy duplicates, and sometimes finding what you need feels like solving a puzzle. It's the perfect system for people who like surprises, especially the surprise of finding an expired jar of tarragon from 2014. See the pattern? One is an open book, one's a mystery novel, and they both have terrible endings. The solution? A mashup, of course. Visden organization, the superhero combo of visual and hidden organization. It focuses on having everything visible when it's in a cabinet or drawer, but hidden when it's sitting out of your space. This means you'll use clear containers in your cupboard and decorative or opaque ones on your counters. Visden organization allows you to remember what you have while maintaining a calm space. Things will be accessible and you'll be able to see what you need, but it won't be messy looking and you won't be staring at it all day. This approach allows the visual organizer to easily remember and access their items while leaning into the hidden organizer's desire for a clean, calm space. You'll actually know what you own and it won't look like a tornado hit it. So forget being a chaotic macro or stressed out micro organizer, a cluttery visual or absent-minded hidden organizer. Let me know in the comments if you are ready to embrace Maicro Visden organizing. And be sure to subscribe because I will be sharing videos where I use the Maicro Visden approach in real life organizing situations. And I'll also be introducing my koala organizing system that will help you overcome organization overload. Because at the end of the day, the best organization system is one that you will use. And believe me, your future self will thank you, probably while they're effortlessly finding their keys. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you have a quality day.